Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 22 of RimWorld Survival. For goals, I'm working towards fabrication, which gets a bionic spine for Tony, but I haven't really done that much else due to the amount of radiation that I have accumulated. But I do plan on digging towards the Ancient Danger soon. I should trademark that because God knows it hasn't been all that soon. So we're waiting on Aggro to befriend Kazumi here. And that should allow for Kazumi to get recruited, and then we can pod them both back. The reason why I'm not podding her now, because of course I could, is once she gets there, I am overweight, but once she gets there, I have to punch her unconscious, and I'd rather not do that if I can help it. If I can't help it, of course, well, that's a different matter. Psychic Soothe, yeah, that will honestly be very, very helpful for aggro over here. Getting soothed out a bit. Still in serious pain because the radiation hurts like a B1 TCH. Alright, we've got Stormy on restricted here. I got to keep a close eye on that. Stormy was unrestricted because of the low toxic buildup. Or radiation, I should call it. I should call it what it is. Allowing him to work outdoors. And we are trying to get through all the corpses. Tony, you're going to be put on no radiation. And Stormy is going to continue the cranking through the corpses, trying to get our surrounding area a little bit nicer looking. Alright, Tony, you are up because Stormy is hungry. You know what? You're both hungry. I need to turn this on, is what I need to do. Alright, Stormy, go eat. I had that off a little too long. Alright, making the housemate power. Good. And now I can cut that. I've hidden a lot of the cables in walls, which increase the beauty. Not that the beauty of this little corridor matters to me all that much. The crematorium, let's install dead power so that we can turn that off remotely if we need. We have a whole lot of metal crap to smelt here. So once I feel like my power is a little bit better, I can go ahead and start smelting. Additionally, I'm going to make another chem fuel generator here. I'm going to start moving my power indoors behind walls for security reasons. Nope. That's about perfect timing. Who is grabbing the chem fuel? Someone is cute. Tony is queued up grabbing it. Good. Spaceship crash near aggro. That's cute. I'm never going to make it out there. Let's see. Stormy, you are going to go back on cremation duty. There's not too many corpses left. I also want to get rid of this sandstone stuff, but really no attackers have come from that direction in a while. Additionally, wouldn't hurt to add power in here, but that wouldn't be a Stormy duty. That would be a Cefalu duty. So Cefalu, you're going to get that done. He is the constructor after all, and this is just to ensure that our power grid is not compromised by one bad cable. The bodies are almost taken care of. There are, of course, some still in graves, but I'm not worried about the Night King resurrecting them or anything, so I'm not going to worry about that so much. Cefalu. Rice for animals, preferred. Okay, so both of these are preferred. This needs to go down to, or this needs to go up to important so that the animals can eat. Because they're going to be starving soon. We're also slowly tiling everything up, which is mighty nice. Alright, can you haul? There we go. Sometimes they don't switch zones until like you absolutely force them to, because they're dumb. Janes, you say you're idle? Alright, your radiation's a bit too high for me to have you venture out. Let's have you add dead power. Additionally, with the nice second chem fuel generator, I think what I can do is start to smelt. I have a lot of slag, and I have a lot of weapons that I can smelt. Let's also repair these walls. Replace the pod. And the people that are here, Janes can mine, but with his radiation the way it is, I might not want him to. Alright. As far as corpses go, I think I'm done. I think we've liquidated them all, which is pretty nice. Alright, there's the backup pod. How's aggro doing? Aggro, the Psychic Soothe has helped you a bit. 30%. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to build this bad boy because I can do it through the doorway, and then I can power it like right there, and I'm not going to get radiation for this. I know it's not walled off, but nope, get the hell back inside. Alright, so I don't think I actually built up any radiation for that. And now I'm generating power. So I'm gonna put a heater in here. Please don't fail. And then the heater will also cast some light. So it's gonna get warmer and more illuminated, which will be quite nice. Alright. Cool. Transport crash. Not affiliated with anyone. And you are really too far away for me to care about. Okay, starting to do some slagging. I'm not going to allow ranged weapons to be smelted down. I don't want to smelt my bolt action or my revolver. Where? Okay, my granite blocks are being stored up here. I'm going to allow all blocks but marble up here. When I make marble blocks, I just want to dump them out. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Because then we'll immediately grab them to put them to use. That's my plan. So I'm going to queue up this work area to be marbleized, marble tiled. And again, just a reminder, the reason I am doing this, smooth floors have a disproportionate increased value to them, whereas tiled floors do not. Which is why I am doing what I'm doing. Okay, ravenously hungry. You have not been a good warden, have you? Even though you're set to 1. She's getting through, I think. Which sucks, because then we have to turn this into a fist fight. Dude, could you just feed her? I don't think it's asking too much. Because now you're all going to be in pain again. At least we can win easily. A lot of people mentioned that I should pod her while she's unconscious, but you can't pod, as you can see, you can't pod unconscious people. They have to be conscious. Why? I don't know, but they just do. Another thing I could do for her is to set a light in there for her, I guess. You know, I'm going to patch myself first. In case she goes bonkers again, I'd rather be nice and healthy. So as Jane's radiation drops, I'm planning on digging this here. But what I think I'm going to do is to dig out this way first. Like that. So let's go ahead and allow that in no radiation. That gets me closer to the ancient danger than this here. Not by a lot of tiles, but by enough tiles that I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. Alright, let's fix the door up, and you still need a whole lot of patching. Luckily, she has a bunch of, well, luckily, she has a bunch of scars on her legs, which, alright, let's feed you, which makes it easier to knock her out, because she's in constant pain, as it is. Back to rice. Rice is nice. The additional chem fuel jennies, as you can see, have really played a big difference in my power generation. My batteries are happier than they've ever been. We have storing the steel over there. Yep, okay. Stormy is back to fabrication research. Jane's digging at marble. All right. Tony, what are you doing? Smelting. Cefalu is... All right, everyone's doing pretty much exactly what I would want them to do. Did she break your pants? She broke your pants, didn't she? All right, I'm going to force wear this because it's still above 50%. And even if it wasn't, I'd still wear it anyway. I'm going to change the layout of this room just a little bit so that when we use the horseshoe pin, we are sitting on a chair. Maximum laziness. Now, I haven't sent any statues or tea or anything like that, but if his mood goes lower, I will do that. I'm trying to limit the amount of care packages because I don't actually have a lot of components to send this stuff. So if I keep sending components, you know, there will be issues with my ability to keep working productively. Or you're awake, okay. No, that's not ideal. It kind of blocks the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because I'd be throwing it from here, I think. I'll see where I throw it next. Alright, Kazumi can now walk again. Feed her, damn it. What are you doing? Psychic Soothe is over, so he's not going to be as happy as he was. She was incapable of walking, but now capable of walking again. It's actually kind of warm in there. It is warming up, so he's not constantly sleeping in the cold, which is cool. That one little heater, even though I have, like, even though the pot is unroofed, is staying temperate. I'm not going to use the word warm because it's not warm, but it's temperate. Cool. Alright, Stormy's cranking away on the research. Power's a little low, but it's going up. It's going in the right direction. Looks like we have a lot of things to cook. Aggro fully healed. I like to see that. It is indeed a cramped interior. I don't know. Let's go ahead and construct that light. And as for power, we're going to run it along the edge here. I don't really like running power through metal walls because of the fire hazard that causes. But I don't really know of an alternative right now. Slept in the cold. Okay. Not related to me, so sorry, Lars. You're on your own. Okay, so this little prison... Oh, no. Don't do it from that side. This little prison cell is about as nice as I can get it. The bed being poor kind of sucks. Let's try for a nicer bed. I don't know. It's probably a waste of steel. My guess is aggro doesn't make a nice bed, but... Oh, okay. Normal bed. That's going to be a little bit nicer for her. I just need to get her to not stand there. Okay. The cell is still awful, but she'll be a little bit more comfortable. Mr. Cefalu, if you're hauling... actually, you know what? I don't want to store plant matter in there at all. I'm going to store plant matter here. Not raw, plant matter. Okay, so we do have a nice amount of boomlope meat, but I think what I'm going to do... Cook. I suck at cooking. 4 is the highest there. What are you at? 4. Yeah, I suck at cooking, so... I'm going to make simple meals until I have 10. I'm going to keep my simple meals here. I'm going to... Okay, critical. I'm going to make sure that these simple meals are made with veg only. I don't want to waste my meat. So... Let's... Simple meals. Allow cooking skill 4 and up. Drop on the floor. Pause when satisfied. Unpause at 3. Make with veg only. Cool. Yes. Yes. This is a really weird way of cooking the meals. Really inefficient. I'm going to have to move the stove, probably. But given that there's not a lot to do in this base, I'm okay with... it being inefficient. Give Cefalu some cardio, maybe lose some extra of that weight. The cool thing is... Oh, Tony, why are you ascetic or something? No. Why would you voluntarily eat NPM meals over simple meals? I know the simple meals... The one problem with the simple meals, they do come with a risk of food poisoning. Because he's not a very good cook, and I'm not cooking in a particularly sterile environment. But I'll roll with the risks. I'm happy to accept the risks. Alright, so I'm going to reinstall here. We'll use the chicken, the chicken stack to do the meals here, which means I had dead power here. I still can keep the dead power there, but I need to add dead power over here. Let's go ahead and remove this one. If I angle this a little bit differently, I'll shrink the hen's zone. But I'll be able to do psychoid leaves a little bit more easily. I also want to... Okay, I already moved the hops in. Good. Anything that potentially can spoil plant matter-wise should be... Okay, so I'll put the hops here. I mean the leaves. Psychoid leaves. Preferred. What is this? Already preferred? Okay, I'm going to need these to be important. Resistance to remaining 4.5, that's pretty good. He sucks as Warden, but he's going to do the best he can. We still have plenty of food here. Now, the only issue is all this additional heat is going to cause this food to spoil. Ooh. I don't want spoiled food, so I'm going to flick my heater off, which seems crazy. But that's what I got to do to prevent spoiling. In the future, I'll probably stockpile that with survival meals. As survival meals. Oh, faction-based proximity. You know, I'm pretty sure I fixed that, but I guess I didn't. I'm going to have to recompile my mod and fix that again. I'll write that down. That's too bad. At least we're still allied. It's not like they got hostile or anything. Alright, so now I have dead power where I want it. Right in that wall. So I can flick off the smelter at will. The smelter's set up to smelt melee weapons, because I have a whole lot of them. I have a nice stockpile of steel here as a, like, emergency stash. I'm gonna move my benches around just a little bit. Oh, temp clothing. Okay, moving the temp clothing and moving the chunks. There we go. All right, so these are now frozen again. And we're starting to smelt the weapons. How is James's... Alright, initial. And this is all perfect. I didn't want this to be non-overhead mountain because that would be very bad. So let's dig out clear to the end and add a door in for security. I know, dude, it's cold. So I should be able to on and off. Good. It's important that I can control my turret from a distance so that if someone tries to raid this base while I'm not home, he can kill them. Or the turret, rather, can kill them. Alright, Mr. Janes. Let's go ahead and mine here, and then build a door. I guess granite. I have all these marble doors, but they really ought to be granite. Let's add home zones on the doors so that we keep them repaired as well. That wouldn't be the most foolish idea. Yeah, I'm just looking around. Okay, that's not home zone anymore. Originally, if I have any additional idle people, what I'll start to do is clean up some more of these tunnels. Stormy is getting pretty close to getting the fabrication done, which is awesome. Let's expand the no radiation zone to include here, and then we'll start digging in there. Once I have fabrication, I'll feel a little bit... I'll be able to breathe a little bit easier because we won't have any component scarcity problems like we've been having. Because nobody likes to run out of that. Okay. Now that we have fabrication, I think we need to also work towards medicine production. Although bionics is my long-term... Yeah, I'm going to need to do bionics because you all voted for it. All right, so the fab bench. I don't have the components at the moment to do a fab bench. Plus, I need to pick a permanent spot for said fab bench, as it's, unlike all the other benches, not going to move at all. I was thinking of maybe having my workshop up here, and this would just be... I don't know what this area would serve as, to be honest. I'd have to figure that out. I could start growing Devil Strand, I guess, if I put a sun lamp in there. I don't think I have enough power grid. Oh yeah, I definitely don't have enough power grid for Devil Strand. Yet is the operative term there. All right, checking restrictions. Okay, so this is built. So next up, I'm going to paint a limited radiation zone. Good. A limited radiation zone to get me to where I need to be. Okay. And Janes, you are going to be on limited radiation to do the remote mining towards the ancient danger. 2.5. All right, going down about 1 a day or so. Progress being made over there. Wind, could you kick up a bit? Now, I do have a huge, undeniable, massive risk of bug problems. That is very true, and I haven't really addressed that yet. I'm sort of just ignoring it, which is probably a very unhealthy way to go about doing it. I do have turrets installed inside my base, but I really need more turrets than I currently have. Once I get my hands on some deep drilling, I will obviously have a much more fortified base, but I just don't have deep drilling at the moment. I can work towards that. I need to first do the bionics because you all voted for that, and voted goals come first. Alright, so here Janes is following the path. Okay, I want you to keep mining. Not healthy to continue to path through here like this. All right, drink your beer. Trying to limit the amount of radiation he's... Oh, drink that too. Kazumi's fully healed. That's cool. Please get recruited. All right, I need to make sure that I'm not digging into non-overhead mountain. And that's not the case. Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep putting you to work. All right, Mr. Limited Radiation. I'm gonna have to paint this carefully. Painting a path like this towards the instant danger. I'm gonna temporarily have him on unrestricted so I don't have to keep painting it. And I'll just micromanage the hell out of him. Because I'm basically mining a path. Okay, I was hoping to go through this mountain here, and that would also get me this steel, but I'm running out of thin overhead mountain, as you can see. Okay, I'm out of thin overhead mountain, so I'm gonna have gaps in the roof here where we'll have to travel briefly unprotected. Checking my health. Let's stand there. Quit standing in the open here. Keeps pathing back. Alright, a lot of micromanagement, but this is to maximize the amount of work I get done with a minimum amount of time and radiation damage to my organs. Any of the marble chunks that have been exposed, I want to break down. Alright, so that's a pretty good tunnel. Respectable. Let's go and start to mine the steel. Keeping an eye on my health. Once I get into the compacted steel mountain here, I get to be, eating in the open. That's good. Okay, now it's time for me to paint the limited radiation and have him go home. Alright. Everyone else can be on limited radiation as well, just so that they can help out Tall and whatnot. Because I'd like to get all the marble chunks out from the zone there. And then, I'm going to I'm going to paint a big, broad, limited radiation here. And then I'll start to dig a tunnel where appropriate. I think I'm going to temporarily turn hops into cotton. I am getting an excess of hops. We have, obviously, the only fermenting barrel I have has been backed up a bit from the fact that I don't need any more hops. Simple meals. Critically important that simple meals are there. So why are simple meals being stored over here? That's just like bad zoning or something. I don't know. Jane's digging at compacted steel. Sure. Oh, no. Jane's should be sleeping. You, my little friend, are 1.9 resistance away, but hey, look at that. I am, unfortunately for you, out of time. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. Keep in mind that some of these are pre-recorded because I am moving this week, but I didn't want there not to be episodes for you all. Sometime next week, probably midweek, I will no longer have pre-recorded episodes, and we can go back to voting on goals. So that will be cool. Of course, because of how difficult this series is, I haven't really made a lot of progress on the goals that you've voted on so far, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do them. I'm still working towards them, obviously, as you saw with Chains digging the tunnels. If you'd like to discuss this episode, Discord is the place to be. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.